So, Rusty, where are you from, man?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Awesome.
Maricopa County.
Sweet. And I'm from Kansas City. So, how long you been in Thailand?
I got out of quarantine 5 days ago.
You're kidding me.
So I'm a brand new guy.
Wow.
I did my full 15 days.
So, how was your ASQ experience? What did you say overall? I mean,
overall, I'd say it was good. I did it once. I talked to a couple of offshore guys, balcony to balcony, you know, and the only way you can really communicate with anybody. And the one guy's done it 5 times. This is
no
fifth
kidding.
Quarantine, all of them 2 week long, so he's much hardier than I am. I don't.
So
know
now, when you processed your certificate of entry and you had to get, you said, did you get the jab? Are you vaccinated?
Yeah, I got 2 of the Pfizer BioNTech before I came.
Oh, I'll be dang. Awesome, awesome. And so your certificate of entry and all that, do you process all that through the Thai embassy or consulate?
I did it all online. The certificate of I did my visa through the Los Angeles consulate, and I did the certificate of entry through Washington, D.C.
Sweet, sweet. So how long was the process, like from the time you decided I'm going to go to Thailand? I'm sure you've been there before, right?
Yeah.
I want to get back into Thailand. You know, we're not post-pandemic, but, you know, we're on the backside of this thing. So from the time you made the decision, I've got to go, what was the length of process to get all your documents in order to where you could actually get the plane ticket?
For me, it was a 2-month process because my first rule was I was not going to put the burden of vaccinating me on Thailand. Right. I had an opportunity to volunteer, help out, and get myself vaccinated. I did that first. Once I had that, then I told myself, okay, now let's go. Now I can do this. And from there, maybe about a month and a half to get all the paperwork in order and the quarantine. Because I also had flights was a difficulty because I flew Cathay Pacific. And they canceled my flight twice. Or actually, it was just one of the flights in the link got canceled twice. But they worked with me. We did have to get a new certificate of entry once, and that can be difficult.
Now, when you say we, did you come with someone?
No, by we, I mean Cathay Pacific actually contacted the Washington embassy to help me get the new one. Because they were bringing me in 1 day earlier than my certificate of entry. And they actually thought maybe I could just use it. Well, no, you cannot. That certificate of entry is good for 1 day and 1 day only, the date on it. And so we had to get a new one. And they helped coordinate that with me. And I'm very grateful they did that, because I don't know if I could have got it done.
So you would recommend Cathay Pacific if somebody...
Much.
Okay.
They went to bat for me to help me get here.
That's awesome. So there was a lot of assistance with them, because obviously they want you to get on board, right? They want to get those planes in the air, so they're assisting people to get through this process.
Yes, yeah. I saw a couple other guys had issues too. And now when you come to the gate, or when you arrive at the airport to start, I did one internal flight in the United States, which is just normal. It was a packed flight, everything, you wouldn't even notice anything was going on. But once I got to Los Angeles and was flying from there to Hong Kong, everything changes. And you go up to their counter, they're gonna scrutinize every document you have. You have to make sure your insurance. And one guy had his stuff scattered everywhere. It took him like 45 minutes to get it right. Me and one other guy, we had ours all stapled together, and you just hand it to them, and about 10 minutes later, they do go through everything close to make sure, and they will ask you questions. But if you hand them a nice little packet, they'll work with you. You work with them, they work with you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So about a 2-month process from the time you're like, I've got to get back into Thailand. You contacted Cathay Pacific. You went through the embassy, and they coordinated with Washington, D.C., right?
Yeah.
And everything online. And then you're at the airport. Okay, so then you had to, did you have much of a layover in Hong Kong, or was
about 5 hours.
About 5 hours. So then from Hong Kong into Suvarnabhumi at BKK?
Yep.
And then how did you get down to Pattaya?
Well, a few months ago, there was actually some separation. They were talking about Chonburi not being able to get from Bangkok drive down. I was worried about that. So when I booked my ASQ, I didn't do ASQ, I did ALQ, which is local quarantine. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And the alternative local quarantine, pretty much what it means, if it's ASQ, it's Bangkok. If it's ALQ, it's anywhere outside of Bangkok.
Okay, and what's the acronym stand for, ALQ?
Alternate local quarantine.
You guys got that? So everybody's heard stories about ASQ, right? So now we're talking ALQ, alternate local quarantine. Okay,
and that was quarantine right over here at the Astor Hotel, right here in Pattaya. Now that meant that when I landed at the airport, and once I got through the process, they walked me right out to a minivan that had a nice plastic barrier between me and the driver, and they drove me straight down here. make sure you use the bathroom. There are no bathroom breaks. There's no stopping. You have to go directly from the airport to your hotel. And it's pretty quick, 2 hours, you know the route.
Right.
And it's just like hiring a taxi, you know.
So
it's a quick ride.
was you on a shuttle with a group of people?
No, by yourself.
You're alone.
Yep,
So
totally
it's
alone.
private car, or
It's actually the hotels.
it's the hotels, and so
Yeah.
they've got all the sanitary procedure. I'm sure
Yep.
the driver's wearing a face
They
shield.
give you a little squirt. They squirt your bag before they load them up, and when they offload you at the hotel, they put you in the parking lot. They put you in a chair. They put the booties on you. They spray all your bag. They don't spray you. I mean,
right,
nothing
but
like
all
that.
of your clothing and
Yeah, then make sure your bags and everything are and then they put it all on a cart and they take it right up to your room, and then it is kind of a weird feeling when the door closes and you realize that you can't leave. I mean, it's not locked. You could,
Right.
but you leave, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, that's so great. I didn't have any information on ALQ, so I'm really happy that I ran into you today. And guys, Rusty has got a YouTube channel. He's brand new to YouTube, but as you can tell, he's very articulate, and he's just doing it for a hobby. He wants to show people his experience here in Thailand, and he's looking forward to doing some more travel as well. So I'm going to put that link. Remember, click on that link, man. Go there right now, right? Subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up. Why not, right? It's free, okay? So let's help Rusty out, man, and get him started. You know, this is going to be a great story. He's going to, you've got some videos up already, correct?
Yeah, I got 2 up already. I just did them over the last couple days. I'm going to be working on a few more coming up here real
Okay,
quick.
did you go into any details about the ALQ program in your videos, or have you done a vlog on that yet?
No, I haven't. All I did was, well, to be honest, I was so happy to be out of ALQ. My first one was a morning walk on the beach.
Okay, I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that, but I know that people will be interested with the information that you can provide. So we've touched on a little bit of the basics here today, guys, but go to Rusty's channel, check out his new videos, and then look forward for an upcoming vlog. I'm sure you'll probably go into detail because you want to assist people that are trying to do this, right?
Oh yeah, and it's going to change. We all know that, you know, that I was vaccinated and still did the full 15 days because that was what was available. If a 7-day had been available, of course I would have probably opted for that.
Right.
And we all know that they are in talks. And matter of fact, I believe even next week there's new talks on possible 7 or even 3-day quarantines for vaccinated people. None of that's in writing yet. But as that changes, and we all know, over the next 2 months, everything's going to change. There is no way it's going to stay the same.
Exactly right. But there are people that are hesitant about doing it because they're unsure. So even if there's no changes in the next few months, we might get some people that check into this ALQ program through Cafe Pacific and really get on it and think, my God, man, Rusty did it. I can do it, because they are craving to get back here to Thailand. You know, people that have been here, they know they know the uniqueness of this kingdom and the people, right? The sabai and the low stress. And I think because of the pandemic, those people that had reservations about retiring and actually living abroad, those reservations are gone now because they don't like the way the situation was handled in their home countries, whether it's the UK, Australia, Canada, United States, wherever, right? So now they've got more incentive. They want to get here to Thailand. They want to live out the wonder years of their life, right?
Well, this is a great place to do it.
And if they've got to pay some money and go through a log jam and spend 14 days in a hotel, that's what they're going to do. So let me ask you now, all of your food, do they just drop it out outside your door in the hall?
You get a little sheet every day in the morning.
Okay.
And you make your little menu selections for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you take a picture. You send that to the hotel lobby. And they then put your order together the next day, and it comes in a little, plastic bag. They set it outside your door. Same thing with your trash. You set it outside your door. They pick it up. You only really leave your room for 2 things, and that's the 2 COVID tests, where they come and they take you downstairs and they do a test. It's nothing bad.
Well, let me ask you about that test, because a lot of people don't have direct information. The majority of people haven't been tested, probably. They want to show it. But I know early on it was pretty evasive, the Q-tip way up near the eyeball, right? How about the test here in ALQ?
It's not that invasive anymore.
Okay.
They've got that down. They do go a little bit up into the nostril, not just around the outside.
So just a little bit of discomfort and it's over.
Yeah, a little bit. And they touch just the back of your throat, but they're very careful not to hit the gag reflex or anything.
Right.
It was no problem at all.
Right.
And then you get your results the next day.
Okay.
It's pretty quick. And you'll know if anything's up. And actually the nurse tells you before you even get it under your door. But you also get a paper copy that you have to add to your file. And keep everything. You want your copies of your COVID tests, when you check out of the hotel, they're going to give you a medical certificate. This is very important. Do not lose this. You will not be able to check into a hotel without it.
Oh, okay. So if you're post ASQ or ALQ,
right,
you've got to have that medical certificate.
Yes.
And that certifies that you've been through the quarantine program, you were tested negative twice, right? All that information is on there. So now when you're traveling about and you make a check-in, it's not just show your passport, because your passport's going to show the date of your arrival, right? You've got your entry card, right?
Yeah.
And so they're going to see that date automatically. They're going to ask you for that certification.
Yeah, and they did right away as I was checking in. They asked me, where's the medical certificate? And they give it to you. Just give it to them. They'll photocopy everything. Make sure you get it back. Put it in your file, because you may want to run to Bangkok or something and check into a hotel for a couple days there to visit somebody or see something, and you're going to want that paperwork to just make the process smooth.
Right. So I haven't heard anybody say that, oh, ASQ or this ALQ is brand new. Oh, it's such a great experience. Obviously, nobody wants to be cooped up in a room.
No, yeah.
But overall, considering the benefit that you have now, because you got so much more freedom here than you do in Maricopa County.
Oh, yeah.
Chai Mai?
Well, Maricopa County, they were ranked #1 in the world for transmission of COVID.
And now you got a lot of border crossings and stuff.
And I have to say, I'm actually quite grateful to Thailand for allowing me to come. I would not have been surprised if they had turned me down coming from where I did. It would have been reasonable.
Right.
I feel very fortunate that they
Well, that's so good to hear. I mean, I have the same gratitude for the Kingdom of Thailand. The people are what makes the country so pleasant, you know. I mean, it's like the safety factor. I can jump on my motorcycle. I can go from here to Chiang Mai rolling solo. I don't have to worry about getting robbed. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so it all comes down to the people. So
been.
How about the staff at the, you said you were at the Astor?
Yeah, the Astor Hotel and Residence.
And the staff, are they involved, or is it like a separate medical unit?
No, the staff are involved.
Okay.
They're actually very good. They can't have too much interaction with you, obviously.
Right.
But if you need something, they will work with you to get it.
Okay.
Their food it's room service food. Okay, I'm not gonna.
Sure.
It's what you would expect. So you're not gonna have a huge menu selection, but it's very doable and you can get through it.
Do you have any idea how many people were going through the ALQ program? Did you talk to the staff or anything? Like how many people are coming
when
in?
I reach out to get your food.
Where you come from?
We come from America, sir. Where you come from?
Thailand, I like USA.
Changwat Arai, Kap.
Huh?
Changwat Arai.
Born in here.
You're right here, born and bred, Pattaya.
USA. You like Bell Wallet Bell?
USA, #1, Chai Mai.
Bell Wallet.
No, we don't need anything, sir. Thank you very much, though. Pleasant to see you. Chok di, Kap. Chok di, okay? Thank you. All right, but anyway, so go ahead. You were talking about the people. Maybe you saw people exit the program. You don't really see people.
No, what it was though, as you reach out for your meal or you want to set your rubbish out, take a look. Look both ways down the hallway. Everything with another meal on it, you know, is somebody else in ASQ or ALQ, I should say.
Right.
And on the floor I was on, I would say there was at least 10 people on my floor at least.
Okay.
That were all going through the same thing as I was.
Awesome.
Now, most of them were oil workers, offshore workers.
Yeah.
We had touched base with one guy. Well, if you have a balcony, you can kind of have a little interaction with other people, balcony to balcony. And one guy had done the 5 years, or the 5 times, and it's about the only interaction you're going to get.
Right. Yeah, you can't expect too much, right? You know you're going to be isolated, but I mean, what about the cleaning service? Do they come in and clean the room? Or
Okay. Well, the first one though, they'll stock you up with water and paper products, all that stuff right away, and that's going to last you your first 7 days.
Okay.
Now you can order more water, and they'll just put it outside. And it was really reasonable. It was like 70 baht for what 12
pack,
of water.
right.
12 pack. And very reasonable.
Hey.
Mainly from Israel. I'm a subscriber of yours.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
How's Dan? Okay.
Dan is back. He's doing good. Yeah.
I'm following your vlogs.
Oh well, thank you very much.
I'm enjoying very much.
The most recent video was actually taken by my wife of Dan. I don't know if you saw it. It's a little short clip. So I called her yesterday morning, and she's like, "Your son," and I'm confused. Baby, what are you talking? I got 4 daughters, right? And she's like, your son is here. And she turned the camera around, looking out the window of the kitchen. There was Dan. God, my heart leapt.
I saw your last vlog. You are in a hotel, so number 3, right?
Chai, yeah,
I
at
saw-
the mid.
I saw your last
I'm
vlog.
still there. I'm going to
Yeah,
check
yeah.
out today and go back to Pattaya, though. You know, I
yeah.
miss my wife and got to get back into business. But what was your name again, sir?
Many from Israel.
Manny.
Many.
Oh, okay, is that your title?
You already once you answer my email.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And your
I
and
enjoy
your
it very much.
and your Google account, is it the same or
It's a Menachem.
Menachem?
Menachem 933. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. God bless you, man.
All the best. All the best. I
Oh,
hope
you
I can
too.
come to have breakfast at your restaurant.
Well, you let me know if there's anything I can do for you when you're down here in the Eastern Corridor, okay?
Excellent.
All right,
Excellent.
I'm available. So
the
nice
best.
to meet you, and
All
I
the
love
best.
your country. I'd love to come visit. So I'm glad to have you.
If you are coming, you be my guest.
Thank you, thank you.
Pleasure. With pleasure.
Okay, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Okay, thank
All
you,
the best,
sir.
TTT.
Appreciate it. Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much. Thank you.
You're recognized everywhere you go, it looks
Yeah,
like.
I'm just a
I've had
little
several
bitty
people
chap.
have recognized you just while we've been standing here.
Yeah. But anyway, hey, Rusty, I appreciate it, man.
It was
And
a
I know
pleasure
this is going to
talking
be
to you.
beneficial to other people. And guys, if you don't go to his link and subscribe to his channel, unsubscribe to mine. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? Show him some love. You can tell he's an intelligent guy. He's doing it for a hobby, so he's going to share his experience, and I think it's going to be interesting to follow. I'm already a subscriber, and I'm a fan. Just meeting the guy, I feel like we've made an instant friendship. Outside of the YouTube world, we got friendships here, and when you're living abroad, that's so important, man. All right? So let's get a closing shot. Tell me what this is again,
Well,
Rusty.
this right here, this is one of the Alex Face paintings here.
Alex
And-
Face.
Alex Face. He's one of the most famous artists in Thailand right now.
Okay.
And you'll see many of these all over Bangkok. Some of them on the whole sides of buildings.
Okay.
Now there's another one right down here. Do you know where they're putting up the big 747 food market? thing
Yes,
there?
yes.
There's that wall of graffiti if you're walking towards Beach Road.
Uh-huh.
There is a small Alex Face on that wall also.
Well, I'll be dang. That's awesome. You know what would be great if you could get some coordination with a tattoo artist that was doing his designs. Like Alex is actually the one that did the layout, right?
Well, he also does sculptures in bronze.
Wow,
he's
that's
a
cool. Wouldn't you love to
very
have one?
well-known
Wouldn't you
artist.
love to have one though that was like a Thai artist?
He is, yeah, he's quite.
Instead, I mean, there's great tattoo shops, and I don't have any tats, but I'm thinking about getting my first one in Thailand. And
Well,
but
it's
that
a place
would be
to get it.
awesome if you could get that guy to do the the layout, the artwork, and then of course the artist is going to actually do the tattoo. But
Yeah, like having a Thai Picasso on your arm.
exactly right, exactly right. Okay, thanks again, Rusty, man.
Thank
Good
you.
to
Take
meet
care,
you.
my
Good
friend.
to meet you. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for watching. You be careful out there, man.
Will do.
A good friend, his name is Rusty, and he's got a YouTube channel, so I'm going to put the link in the description box below. Go click on Rusty's channel, come in and show him some love, give him a thumbs up, click the bell, drop a comment, let Rusty know. He's a brand new YouTuber, and he's kind of like me, he's doing it for a hobby, but he's going to be traveling all over Southeast Asia. He's got Cambodia trips and all kinds of stuff planned, all right? So look for the link in the description box, guys. Show Rusty some love. Great guy.
Thanks, Each.
Thanks, Rusty.
Appreciate it.
All right, bud.